Okay, it is Tuesday the 16th of January. I am down just over 6 pounds now. Like 6¼ pounds. Feeling good. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking ever since I started this. Because when I did keto before, I enjoyed it. I've done it a couple times. I've lost weight. But I always do keto and think, well, when I get to a certain weight, then I can, you know, add back foods into my life. And then I've done a lot of research because I do know for a fact that before the mid-70s, everybody was thin. You know, if you look at videos from, there's some videos from the early 1900s, you can see that everyone was thin. Like there was a random heavy person, but not like today, where today, like everybody's fat. Everybody's got some kind of problem with diet. And, but my point is that the keto diet, I've watched a lot of videos. I've been doing a lot of research, looking up a lot of things on the internet. So some people are super into keto and they absolutely believe because that's what ancient man did. They ate meat and they were perfectly healthy. And I believe that, okay? But there are other people who believe that you should eat lots and lots of vegetables. Not all kinds of vegetables, not things that are very, very high on the glycemic index. Because it does, I do agree that it is looking like it's kind of boiling down to glucose levels. If your glucose levels are high, you're going to secrete insulin, and you're going to, whenever you have insulin, you're going to have problems. So, 100% agree with that. But there has to be some kind of happy medium. And all the stuff that I've seen lately talks about the ultra-processed food and how bad ultra-processed foods are for you. And if you think about it, we have a lot of ultra-processed foods in our life. Even if, like I cook a lot from scratch. I use whole foods, natural foods. Any processing that's done, I usually do myself. But on the other hand, there's salad dressings and things that, you know, sodas and stuff that you get because you think it's healthy, and it's not healthy. It's got emulsifiers in it, and those are really bad for you. And it's got a lot of stuff that you really just don't need and shouldn't have. So I started thinking there's got to be some kind of happy medium. There just has to be. I mean, people were eating a diet with fruits, vegetables, carbs, breads, you know, stuff like that for eons. I mean, a lot of meat. But there are times when meat is very scarce. Like you cannot always, I mean, people didn't have beef all the time. Some people say you should only eat beef. Well, people didn't eat only beef. They ate a lot of different kind of animals. But if you couldn't catch anything, if you didn't get anything, if your hunt wasn't successful, you still had to eat. But I know that people ate breads. They weren't processed breads. They weren't, the wheat wasn't sprayed with chemicals. And didn't have a bunch of crazy ingredients like that. You know, when I started noticing that store-bought bread does not mold at all anymore, that really started to trigger me. I mean, that's scary. What are they feeding us? I mean, it's just crazy. So I started thinking about it, and I started thinking that what if I followed a diet based on what people ate before all the added preservatives. What if I got some cookbooks from the 1800s or earlier and started following some of those recipes and eating the way people ate, and eating, you know, like a lot of these cookbooks from the 1800s will have meal plans. Like they'll tell you, oh, you should have this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, and I think that I'm going to try that. I mean, I'm losing weight, but I remember when I was a kid, well, first of all, we could eat anything, and, you know, you didn't overeat because you got full on the things that you ate, because they weren't designed to keep you just eating and eating and eating, which is, our food today is designed to keep us eating it so they can make more money. But, I mean, like I've watched so many videos, so many, from Dr. Ken Berry, who I think is great, and I love his videos. I love his advice, but I just think there's just something missing. I think that there's got to be something missing, because people were very healthy for just hundreds and hundreds of years before the keto diet, you know? And people didn't start getting fat until the introduction, I mean, heart disease started happening shortly thereafter Crisco came on the scene. I mean, that's when heart disease started happening. So I'm going to make, Crisco came on the scene in 1911. So I'm not going to go anything beyond 1910 as far as recipes. I want to make sure that I'm before Crisco. Not that I would use it, but I just want to make sure that, you know. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm still going to try to keep my carbs as low as possible. Because I've been watching a lot of videos on gut microbiome, and I'll put links to those things. I have started to add a little bit of low glycemic index fruits and vegetables, just a little bit. I'm still in ketosis. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll share with you guys the recipes that I do and how it works out for me, and if I'm hungry or not. And one doctor was saying that you could eat bread, but a bread that's good for you is going to be homemade sourdough bread. So I've got some sourdough starter going from whole wheat flour, and I used to just buy whatever's cheapest on flour, but come to find out they process them differently. So I'm going to really be watching and checking ingredients and labels as the way things are processed and the chemicals that are used. And I'm going to start trying to live my life as cleanly as possible. My husband wants to do that too. In fact, we were talking the other day, and most of our clothes today are made of plastic. So we're going to try to work our way to natural fibers. And I'm probably going to start sewing a lot of our wardrobe, because I do enjoy sewing, and I've made a lot of things, and I like to use cotton and natural fibers to begin with, because I'm not, why use synthetic if you don't have to. So yeah, I just really feel like our modern way of living is making us sick. Modern life is killing us. Modern life is making us very unhealthy. We stay glued to computer screens, our phone screens. You know, we don't get out in the sunshine. We don't walk. We don't exercise. We don't, we're all about convenience. Well, it's time to get back to hard work. We are designed to seek out the easiest way to do things and to seek out comfort, but we really have, we're almost in the cartoon Wall-E, where they're floating around in the floaty chairs and just getting fat. That's basically where we're at. And I don't want to be there, because now that I'm 60, I don't have a whole lot of time left. I want to make it as long as I can, and I want to be as healthy as I can for as long as I can. So I'm going to start taking care of my physical health, my diet, my physical health with the kind of clothes that we wear, because if it's plastic, you're absorbing stuff through your skin. They tell you don't drink out of certain plastic bottles because you're going to drink chemicals. But if you wear them, what's the difference? You're still getting chemicals, right? Plus, it's not good for the environment the way they manufacture it, and we buy things just to throw away, wear once and throw it away, and that's just ridiculous. It's just a way to get money from us. So anyway, yeah, and I'm actually starting, I'm going to make a meal plan, and I'll share it with you guys. Again, I'm going to try to stay as low carb as possible, and the carbs that I do eat, I'm going to make sure they're low glycemic. And I'll put the links down below for a lot of the doctors and scientists and stuff that I've been watching. So if you're interested, you can take a look too, because I feel like this is something we got to do. I mean, I know for me, I'm at the point, my husband, we're both at the point where it's time to make a change. Even my kids are starting to feel more like that, which, there's something wrong if your kids are even saying, yeah, the food we eat is not good. All right, so thanks for listening, guys. It's still very, very, very cold. We just came back from a walk, but it's like 12 degrees today. So I will keep you guys updated. I'll show you my meal plan coming very, very soon. And I'll show you the process of the sourdough, the natural sourdough that I'm going to be making. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.